I just finished up this t-shirt design, which I made in Kittl and then used in the Cricut Design software along with the heat press to get it on this shirt. And I'm going to show you step by step a full tutorial on how to use Kittl along with Cricut, how to print it out, and how to use the heat press on the shirt. So let's get started. But first, if you don't know what Kittl is, or if you're new to it and don't have it yet, that's our online design tool. It works right in your browser, and you can sign up to try it for free using the link down in the description. Then you can even follow along with me if you have a Cricut yourself, or if you've been curious whether Kittl is going to work with the Cricut. So let's dive right in. All right, here is the design that we made in Kittl, and what we need to do is remove the background. So I'm going to click here, and I'm going to click the dashed circle there. That removes the background. Then I need to make it a little bit bigger. Of course, by the way, when you download, you could hit remove background on the slider, and that will also take the background out for you. I just want to be extra sure. That's why I turned off the background. And now I can go to download, and I am going to hit optimize quality because I want the smoothest pixels possible. I am going to do a PNG. I'm going to go ahead and give it 300 DPI just to show you that PNG is going to work with Cricut no problem. Of course, you could do SVG if you wanted to. So now here we are in Cricut. I'm going to click on new project, and now we're getting into the beefy part of the tutorial showing you how this is going to work on a t-shirt. So if I click on templates and I scroll down, I'm just going to click on the classic t-shirt, and then when I click on it, it's going to open this up in the Cricut Design Space, and then I can go to upload, and I'll upload my new design. So here is our Kittl Academy design here, and then you have three options on the right: simple, moderate, and complex, kind of like image trace, I guess. I don't typically go any higher than moderately complex for designs like this. It's quite simple. There's not a ton of detail going on, so this one's going to work just fine. And then here you can remove the background if you already have one on there, but we've already done it. We've already removed the background. If we want to cut image, we do not want print then cut. So now here we are back in the Cricut Design Space. I've got the design here. Of course, I need to make it a lot smaller, and I'm going to spend a little bit of time tweaking it here. And then when I'm ready to make it, here it is. It's going to show you on a 12 by 12 panel. That is what I'm using, and I need to mirror it. This is very important. Definitely mirror it if you're going to put it on a piece of cloth like a tote bag or a shirt. We need it to be mirrored because when we flip it over, that's what we need the design to look like is correct. So I'm going to use everyday iron on, and then I like to just go with more pressure. It even tells you make sure mirror is on for iron on there. So I'm going to go with more pressure. I'm just using everyday vinyl, everyday iron on vinyl. I'm loading it into the Cricut. And then from here, all we have to do is wait for it to design. This took maybe like 3 or 4 minutes for it to cut completely. I'm just speeding it up here. Hey, real quick, if you're getting value from this Cricut tutorial, let me know by hitting the thumbs up button and by hitting that red subscribe button so you don't miss anything else that comes up. Then let me know in the comments, what are you planning to make with your Cricut with the designs that you make in Kittl? I'm really curious to know if you're using it for t-shirts. Do you have the Cricut sublimation machine where you're making like coffee mugs and things like that? Or are you doing like other kind of cut designs, maybe prints or even stickers? I'd love to know. So let me know in the comments. Now let's get back to the rest of the tutorial. Now we're going to take it out, and we want to be careful with how we remove it. And then now you're going to see me weed this entire thing, which probably took about 10 minutes, which I've condensed here into basically a minute because there were a couple of small parts. Just be careful when you're doing weeding on small parts and things like that. Try to go slow. It's a little bit easier with this everyday iron on. It's pretty forgiving, but just the little parts in between the letters, try to go a little slow. So here is our shirt that we want to prep out. I want to get it nice and clean with a roller. I do the same thing on the design a couple times. Now we're going to use our heat guide, which I'll link below for you. And we're going to use everyday iron on as our material. Of course, we've already said that. We're going to base material at 100% cotton. I have 100% cotton Gildan shirts is the shirt that I'm using. I just grabbed it from Michael's. Of course, we're using the Cricut press mat. And now we have instructions down here for what it's going to take, 315 at 30 seconds. But if we scroll down a little bit more, we can see prep. So we need to preheat it. We need to make sure we put it on the cloth for about 5 seconds. And then for application, we need to do both sides. So I'm going to preheat the shirt here for 5 seconds. Boom, doesn't take long at all. Then I'm going to line up the design. There is a guide that you could get for this, but I don't have one. So now we've pressed the shirt. We're going to press both sides, 15 seconds on that side. And then once it's cool enough, you can go in here and peel it away. Don't do it when it's hot because it may still be adhering. Make sure that it's completely cool to the touch, and then start taking away this top part, this plastic part, and you're left with your flush, clean vinyl design on the shirt. You want to make sure you inspect it, make sure there's no little weird bits and bobs or anything like that. So there it is. You have your full tutorial on how to make Cricut t-shirt designs with Kittl. All it takes is just downloading your finished design, uploading it in the Cricut Design Space, making sure it's good to go, and then you're just printing it out and using the Cricut like you've already done so. So you can see it's super easy to use the Cricut along with Kittl. If you want to see other print-on-demand style videos, you can check out these videos right here on my right. I know you're going to enjoy them, and we'll work on making more Cricut tutorials in the future. Again, don't forget to subscribe. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.